X, what's popping? So I got a comment on a video and it said that he struggles with consolidation and doesn't know what to do in that time. So for me, what I do is I go to the daily or the weekly sometimes, and I just want to see a clear direction. That's it. If price doesn't have a clear direction in price, and I can easily tell which way it's going, I am not going to trade it. That's it. Price is not clearly going up or down, I am not going to trade it. Now, you could trade in zones that are going back and forth like this and just buy and sell when it gets to support or resistance. You could, but there's a 50% chance of price playing out when it's like that. If you are trading in markets like this, right, I would say there's probably a 70 to 80% chance of price playing out like that because you're going with the overall higher time frame trend. So it just makes sense to keep continuing with that. And from what I've seen, it plays out majority of the time versus if you're playing in consolidation, it doesn't work out that well. So if you are looking at this, look at this entire momentum down here, right? Look at how easy all of these sells would have been. Sell, sell, right? Very easy trades that you could have taken. It's super simplistic and it's super easy. Now, trades that I took this week were right here. If you look at CAD in the daily, look how it's just completely going up. There's no reason to at all think about sells. Only think about buys. Now, if you look at this right here, okay. Whoops. Oh my goodness. All right. If you look at this right here, so the first thing I have established, right, which is the uptrend. The second thing I need is a support level. I find the uptrend on the daily. I find a support level on the 4 hour. Use the daily for the trends, for the price direction. Is it going up or is it going down? I used the 4 hour for support resistance levels. Okay. So if I'm doing what I just did, it's going up, it's an uptrend. Now all I need to do is find a support resistance or a support level. Technically, this is like the entire support level. Okay, but you don't want to have a buy right here and have a stop loss way down here. Like, that just doesn't make sense. From what I've seen, a lot of times price tends to play off of where the majority of support is. So you could have it at the very tippy top, or you could have it where there's 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on this level. So having it at the very tippy top, that's not a very strong level. But where you have it where the majority of the rejections are from, that's a much stronger level. And at the same time, for some reason, price likes to play off of the bodies of the candles and not the wicks. I don't know why, but a lot of times price tends to come back to the bodies of the candles. So whenever I draw these levels, I put them at the bodies. So now we got uptrend, support level. Now what I do is I put a buy limit at the bodies of the candles. Okay. And then when price starts to come back down, I have a buy limit. I know where my entry is going to be. I know where I want to target, which is going to be the next high. Okay. And then I put my stop loss in a place where it is safe and it's not going to get stopped out on some stupid shit like price just completely wicks down and then goes back up. It's not going to get stopped out on some stupid stuff like that. And then at the same time, it gives it enough room to figure out what it wants to do. Because price can tap it and then go. 100% that can happen. But it's not always super likely for that to happen. So I like to give price a little bit of room to breathe. But my stop loss is not going to be all the way down here. Like, that's just dumb, and it's completely unnecessary. So let's see what happens. Price comes down, and then this one doesn't close like that. I always want to wait for the closure of price I always want to wait for the closure to see if I should close early or not. And then this one, see how that one came all the way down. If you would have closed early, you would have messed up. But honestly, if this one would have closed down here, like it got all the way down here, if it would have closed right there, I would have closed it early. Now this is about a 20 pip stop. If I would have closed it right there at 11.5 pips, that would have been about 65% of the stop loss. Okay. And then price eventually ends up playing out and get a dub, right? So there's two things that go into it. It's the actual strategy and it's how I manage the trade. So I close a lot of positions early. If I feel like price is not going to go with me, I'm going to close it early. So if price would have closed against me like that, that makes me realize that price is not going to reject from this level. So I might be right about the entire direction of price, but wrong about the entry. So I'm not going to sit here and get stopped out once I realize that it's not going to reject from the level that I thought it was. So I might as well get out early and save myself some money and wait till I find a better entry to continue with where we were going to go. That's the way I look at it. So now, and then we have this next level, and the price ended up playing out on this one. Tap that and wet. So, and then the trade that I did call out that won this week was on NU. It was right here. This is a good example. Price decided to go up against me, and I saw it when it happened. I got about 50 something percent of the stop loss. But I waited for it to close, and look what it closed. Closed like that. So if we look at the overall time frame, or the daily, price is bearish. Price is bearish, and then we have this. Price is bearish. We have this strong daily level of resistance. Price is in this weak channel coming back up, right? A whole bunch of signs that we are going to continue to go bearish. So strong level of resistance. Price is already bearish. Price rejected multiple times. Strong push, breaker retest. Very simplistic stuff. A 1 to 2 played out. Very easy. Very, very easy stuff, right? Nothing to it. Now let's go find a market that I would not trade. As an example, this, I wouldn't trade this because price does not have a clear direction. Are we overall bullish? Yeah. But is there a chance that we could reject from this whole level? Yeah. But look what happened. Price started to reject and then went back down. I only want to trade with a trend that's completely going one direction. Because if you were trying to trade reversals like this, there's no telling you that price is going to bounce from a level after it has all this momentum going a certain way. Right? So let's see. This is a good example of consolidation. Could you have traded on this and caught sells going back and forth? 100%. But what if price decides to just not respect this and just go down? Then you lose. You're taking your 50% chance of you losing. I don't want that. I want to know that price is going to continue going the direction. So just continue with the entire direction of price. Like, price right here is going completely up, right? Let's look at how easy buys would have been in something like this. If we go, we could have had buys here. We could have had buys on the support. Let's see, break retest. This is pretty shitty, to be honest. Here, that wasn't a very good example, but if price is trending, it just makes it so much easier to pay attention to where it's going to go. Gives you a much better chance of it playing out. And setups that I have for next week, price is, in my opinion, pretty bearish. And I probably won't sell if it comes up here, because overall it is bullish, but it's completely bearish momentum right now, and I think we can keep going down. So if it breaks this, I think we're going to continue. But just look at this, pay attention to this right here, this whole area of how price is just completely trending in a certain direction, and how easy it would make your life if you would just only focus on markets that are trending. How simplistic this is. Just over and over and over and over and over. Prices going in a complete solid direction. Only focus on trades that are going that direction. Don't try and catch reversals. If price from here starts going all the way out, don't be like, oh, I think it's going to reverse from this daily level or whatever. Just ignore it. Move on to the next pair, because if it's going to go that direction, it's going to. Okay? Like this. Like right here. Like this whole solid movement right here, or this whole solid movement where price is just completely pushing one direction, and then you're able to just catch all of these moves. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, all of those moves here, right? Makes it very simplistic, makes it very, very, very easy, and all you do is just focus on one direction as it goes down. You find a direction on the higher time frames, and you stick to that, and that's it, and you're done. So if you would go to, let's see, the next one is going to be GN. It's another setup I have. Look at price, completely bearish. I mean, you cannot ignore how strong that movement is. So if price decides to, oh, this was a setup from last week that played out perfectly. If price decides to break down below this, I will have sells right here. Stop loss will be above wherever it is. Target whatever I can find, and that's it. That's the entire setup, and we're done. That's it. Nothing crazy. I found direction in the higher time frames, and we continue with it. That's it. Nothing crazy. Like this is a good example of something I would never trade. I'm not gonna sell. Could it easily reject from this strong daily level? 100%. But could it also easily continue based off the previous momentum? 100%. So I stay away from it. I'm not gonna touch this. Would I have taken trades from here to here? 100. I mean, look at how easy all of these moves would be if you would have just stuck with the trend right here. You could have got a whole bunch of sells. You could have caught sells off of this resistance. You could have caught sells right here, right here, right here. Sells off this resistance, sells right here. It's so simplistic, and over the course of, I don't know, whatever, a month, you could have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades in a month. That's almost 2 trades a week, and all you did is just stick to this one pair and find the time frame, or find the overall direction on a higher time frame, and just go with it, and that's it. And every time a good solid level of resistance popped up, you just sold at it. That's it. So for a trade like this, your entry would have been right here. You would have targeted down here at this next low, and you would have had a safe stop loss, probably about that, maybe closer. The entry would have been right there, and then just like that, and that would have been it. And that's your whole trade. You're done for the week. That's the entire trade, and you're done for the whole week. You could have had that on a Sunday night, and then been done by the next day, Monday. 24 hours would have been done for the week. All you would have done is found a direction, took the trade. That's it. Extremely simplistic. And if you would have held or had a runner or whatever you want to do, there's a lot of potential in that. Right? Trade right here on NJ. Look at this. Go to the daily. Where's price going? What's the overall direction of price? It's going up. Right? You can see price came to this daily level, and it rejected that multiple times, started pushing up. We have all of these higher lows happening. Price has a solid direction. It's completely going up. Okay? It's not a straight line like some of the other ones, but it has a clear direction. So then you go to the 4-hour, you try to find it, find the level. Look at this. There's your level, right? And then you might have a second level right here that could play out. That didn't play out, but this level played out, worked out perfect. And all you did was just go with the trend. All you did was just keep going with direction, find a level of support, and you bought. That was it. Stop loss below. You could have targeted the next high. That's it. That's your whole trade. 1, 2, candles, you're done. But that was the potential on it. Keep it simplistic, keep it duplicatable, keep it easy, and you're good, and you're solid. Check this trade out. Go to the daily. Look how price action is completely up. This is a trade now. Looking back, I probably wouldn't have taken it. I was looking at it when it did happen, but wouldn't have taken it because of this. I think that's why I didn't take it. But it played out. But UJ, you can see UJ is completely bullish. So go to the 4-hour and find your levels and take your trades. Okay, so we have this level right here. Boom, that worked. What about this level right here? Okay, that worked, right? Can you do that? Can you go to the daily and say, is price going up or down? Can you draw a straight line and see if price is going up or down? Okay, now I got it. It's going up. And then can you go to the 4-hour, the 1 hour, the 5-hour, the 8-hour, whatever time frame you want to use, and draw a box and say, this is a level of support. And you put a buy limit. You have your stop loss below the low, down here, right here, whatever you think is viable, you have it at. And you target your target and you make your money. It's not complicated. It's not hard. Do not trade in consolidation. That's my opinion. I think it makes things harder than it has to be. I know for a fact you can make money in it. I just think you're less likely to win as often. I think you're more likely to lose. But there's definitely situations where it can happen. But if you just go through all the pairs, what I do is I go to the daily or the weekly sometimes, and I just go and I say, is this pair going up or down? And then I highlight it. This is going down. Okay, this is going down right here, right? I'll highlight it, and then I'll go through all of them and look at all of them and say, this is going down. Okay, cool. Then I go back through and I go through the highlighted ones, and then I go through all of them and look for a level of either support or resistance. And then those are the, whatever one has a support or resistance level, those are the ones that I keep. And then I throw the rest away. Here, 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 right? Here, here. Right? Let's make it simplistic. Keep it duplicatable. Keep it simplistic. If it takes you more than 30 seconds on a chart, 15, 20 seconds on a chart, you got to do something different. You got to change it up. All I would do on this chart, go to the daily and say, okay, well, look, you can clearly see where price is going. All right, let me find a level. Okay, boom. I got this level right here. If price breaks down below this and closes below there, I'm going to put a buy limit. That's what I'm looking for. Bang. On to the next one. Done. Highlighted. We're out. We're done. Right? Does this one have a clear direction? No. Not really. It's at this previous high. It's struggling. No, not really. So I'm going to move on. Does this one? No. Like, what is this? Consolidation. I'm not going to do this. Does price have a clear direction? Yeah, but it's also stuck in this little consolidation down here. So I'm not going to do it. If it starts breaking down below, then yeah, I'll trade it. Does this have a clear direction? I think it's clearly bullish right now, but we're also at this high where prices support, resistance. This is a clear direction. This is undeniable. There's no anything around it, no support, no big level. This is undeniably downtrend. You can't argue that. Completely going down. So then you sell, right? But this is not. This is about to be consolidation probably, unless it starts breaking up. Okay? This is completely bullish. So I'm sure we're going to see more trades on this next week. Bullish, right? At the same time, you got to understand that price has broken down and came down to this level. Like what I was saying before, I actually that might have been a different video, but if price is coming down and having a big amount of momentum downwards, I don't just want to buy at a level just because it's overall bullish. I mean, look, if you would have bought right here, you would have got stopped out. I want price to have a continuous, solid direction, and I don't want to buy on reversals. This is bearish momentum at this certain point. So if price starts to push up and then break up above these, I will buy. But right now it's overall bullish, but we need price to continue for me to want to buy. Same thing right here. Price is pushing down. If you would have bought, right, this looked like a super good level. I remember thinking about buying, but then I had to stop myself because of my rules. And I was like, this is a crazy good level. All of this, right? Like what happened? Price rejected a little bit and then went all the way down. You would have lost. So this is not something I would trade. Is it overall bullish? Yeah. Does it have a solid direction right now? No. Okay. Same thing for this one. Actually looks kind of nice. My opinion, this is overall bearish. You can see this previous price action over here. You can see how price rejected these highs over here, and then we had a strong push, and then we had these multiple lower highs right here, strong push. This could easily continue bearish. Then you go to the 4 hour, you see it starting to push up. So for me to want to take these trades, it would probably have to break this, or if price was up here, started creating a level like this and then broke down below. That's really ugly, but it started creating a level where it's at right now up here and did something like that and then broke down below this, retested, we could take sells. But as of right now, it doesn't have a solid, has a solid trend, but not a very clear direction, right? So that's what I would do. If a price has a very solid direction, I'm going to trade it. But it has to show me clear levels and clear momentum, which a lot of these pairs right now aren't really doing that. This is clear direction, and then we just got to wait to find a level. That's it. So if price, again, comes back up here, rejects this, does this, and then breaks down, we could have sells going down here, stop loss above the high or whatever, and that would be the trade. But we have to wait for something to form. All right, probably won't happen until Tuesday or whatever next week. GA, look at GA. Look how GA has pretty clear direction right now. But overall, we're rejecting from this daily low. This is a very solid level. So now we just gotta wait to see what happens. We gotta wait and see if price decides to reject from this level, which it easily could. And if it does that, then we'd be taking break and retest trades right there. But I'm not gonna sit here and take this 50% chance bounce right here. I don't want to play with my money like that. So I'm not gonna do that. If price decides to break down below this, then bang, then we gotta trade. But it has to do that first. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I do. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. That's how I'm trading. That's how I'm doing all this stuff. And the thing that I'm noticing as I'm getting farther and farther into trading is I care less about risk rewards. I care less about complexity. I care a lot less about what other people are doing and how they're trading. And honestly, watching other people trade bores the fuck out of me. I don't really do it at all, ever. The only person I watch is Nick Sean, but that's because we trade so similar. But even him, I barely watch his videos. I think it's good to watch other people and learn from them and grow, but it's just so boring to watch because I don't want to change this. This works very well. And yeah, don't trade in this. Would it work? Yeah, you can go find a million examples where it would work. But you can also find a lot of examples where you'll get stopped out. But if you want to trade this consolidation and go back and forth, 100% do it. And 100% you might find success in it. But I like this way of trading. I think it's very simplistic, and I don't want to change it at all. So that's it for me, man. Just do what you want to do, and go hop on the Telegram. I think the links in the YouTube bio, if this thing would load, it's completely free. Go hop on it. There's nothing you gotta do or pay for, or why is it taking so long? Anything you gotta do besides just hop on it and check it out. I call out majority of the trades that I take, and majority of the weeks that I've had calling out trades have been profitable. If it would pop up, so look. So I was very inconsistent, but recently, 20%. Okay. Well, there's that. 20%, -4, 11, 8, 4, 2, 7.5, 15, 15, 15, 7.5. Didn't call a trade. What a schmuck, huh? 12, 1, 3, 7, -5, 7.5. And then earlier this year, 12, break even, 8, -6, +4, and this is now. So I'm pretty consistent now on calling out trades. And they're all swing trades. And they're all trades that, okay, whatever, dude. They're all trades that are swing trades and can be taken easily and don't have to, no scalping or none of that. Doesn't, you don't have to take it right this second. You can take it an hour later and probably still be fine because it's so slow paced. But yeah, again, that's all I do, man. I don't trade consolidation. If you want to, it's up to you. That's fine. This is what I do. This is what I look for. That's it. If it's not doing that or it's not doing this, I usually won't trade it, right? NU was a little bit different. It wasn't like extremely clear. Like Cat J was like a perfect situation where it was completely bullish. But you could definitely see how price was bearish. You could definitely look at it and say, okay, well, we're definitely bearish. Price is rejecting this high. We're in this weak ass bearish channel coming up. It was very obvious to me, but to somebody who's brand new, just starting, I would say, do not even do that. Fuck off, dude. Only trade things that are completely and utterly obvious to the point to where you're like, how is this even real? How is this even possible that I'm able to make money with this? That's the only things that you should be trading. So if it doesn't look like Cat J where it's completely bullish and you're just like, how is it even this easy? How did this random guy on YouTube teach me this and I'm actually making money doing it? Then don't trade it for a brand new person. But if you understand price action, then you can do whatever you want. I understand price action, so I can trade this stuff. But that's it. It's as simple as your trading should be. And in my opinion, that's as simple as it ever should be. 2-week period, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. Easy trades. 5 easy trades in 2 weeks. It's an average of 2.5 trades a week. So that's it, bro. My longest video probably ever. That's it.